The economic impact of the iPod, or digital digital music in general, it's 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 actually the second step in the revolution. I think the first step was obviously the internet communication tool, which was just fantastic. So it came in, it destroyed um, record sales, to say the least. Um, Everybody was scrambling. No one knew what they were doing. And I'm not blaming the record industry. Those guys aren't tech guys. That was the first step, was the internet revolution. Then the second step was Apple catching up and saying, um, here is a device that you can put some of that music that you have on your computer on, portably and carry it around, and the interface is fantastic, et cetera, et cetera. Plus, Apple products are always sexy and cool. Forget the $500 price tag. Apparently, no one cared about that. And then that's because they weren't paying for the music, maybe. And then, the third step, and this is the most important one, is that Apple said, how can we do this legally so that the record labels don't come after us and say, you need to start paying some sort of a fine or tax or levy on your, or tariff on your iPods because you're stealing from the music, but you're encouraging people to steal music. So they developed this iTunes business, which is really just a business to sell iPods. They don't care about the music. I mean, they do. I think they do. Personally, I think Steve Jobs does care about music, and he does care about art, which is great. Because if you had a company, some other companies, maybe they wouldn't care about music or the art. But really, what they're a business, and they're in the business of making money, and they've made a lot of money by setting up this iTunes thing because it forces people, if you buy iTunes content, almost all iTunes content requires you to use an iPod. So it drives iPod sales. Plus, it appeased the music business people because it said, here's a legal outlet for young people, or for people in general that buy iPods and buy digital music, to buy it legally. Of course, we've all seen the breakdown of the economics of that. It's very tiny. No one's making any money on iTunes. I mean, they are, but it's not that much. It's not nearly as much as it used to be with the CDs or albums in general, because everybody's buying one song.